Yeah, hello everyone. Welcome to the AI India tour. This is Lakshit Pant from Azure Developer Community, and I have been driving a couple of initiatives at ADC. So today we will talk this AI India tour series is exclusive series of Microsoft where we are talking about artificial intelligence, generative AI, Azure, and there are a couple of parts where we are just trying to touch upon. And the agenda of this AI India tour has been to build a curiosity, to build some real time hands-on projects around AI, right? There are n number of ways by which can make some hands-on projects, right? So instead of living in an hoax of where you are just putting some random experience in your resume or whatnot, I'll maybe we will help you to kickstart your AI journey with this AI India tour. And if you guys are sitting with your laptops, just try to copy the steps that I'm trying to. If not, or maybe there might be a case where you do not have Azure subscriptions, I'll cover every single part of it, right? From the very zero ground level to the top notch stuff, what's happening in the industry, why generative AI has been hyped up, why this all has been the trend of AI that you see in past 1 or 2 years, how earlier this trend started, and what are the future possibilities of this AI era, right? And where how should we think as a maybe as a student, how you should think as a expert, how we are looking this AI era. So there are a couple of aspects we will touch upon just to kickstart your journey with the AI India tour series. I'll quickly, so let's wait for a couple of more folks to join, right? Feel free to drop any doubt, any text in the comment section. The chat section is always open for you. I'll keep looking at it. There might be a chance I'll miss someone. So what I will try to do, answer as all the questions in the chat. We have next 1.5 or learning this AI thing, right? Yeah, so I'll share you a couple of resources. Make sure you bookmark them, make sure you just save those links and everything, so that you do not maybe you can outsmart someone who are just going through it right now. To kick off the things, I'll quickly introduce you. I'll just present my screen, then I'll introduce with you with the AI Odyssey series, right? Just give me 1 second. I'm presenting my screen. I hope my screen is visible. There are some particular things which I always talk about, that is, whenever you are trying to attend any kind of session, whenever you are asked to attend any kind of session, what is your goal to attend that session, right? Why you are here, what is the main agenda of this session, right? So main agenda is always this time. For today, this revolves around artificial intelligence, and we will talk explicitly about artificial intelligence that Microsoft offers you, right? So from Microsoft industry per se, how you can just give it a look, where you can get started, and how you can just create something out of it, right? So there are particular things, doesn't matter from which domain you are, from which, maybe if you have a nudge to start your journey with artificial intelligence, this is the right spot for you, right? uh, there can be, you might belong at every domain. Right now we are experiencing artificial intelligence. When we talk about from a ground level, I won't say, so my agenda for this session would be how I could tell you something which is not present on the internet, or maybe it is present but it is kind of shadowed, right? Something is already present on the internet, but through this session I'll tell you how you can just make most out of this session, right? So at every domain that we look right now is going explicitly around AI, right? If you will see, simply search maybe uh, every startup that you see, right? You will see artificial, you will see right now, see AI, AI, right? Again, this Breeze AI, AI. If Product Hunt is listing, maybe in Product Hunt, if you will see top 10 listing or maybe top 50 listing, out of those top 50, 45 will be AI powered, right? 45% of these startups are AI powered. So you can see what kind of AI breeze we are going with at present, right? So you can see this is something kind of a in music background, and every industry. It's not like only one. From a technical perspective, we are watching the AI segments from sustainability perspective, from development perspective, from SaaS perspective, from entertainment perspective. Right now we are investigating AI. Like, you must have seen those funky videos, how there has been a quick, how they are just playing, replicating the voice of some artist you might have seen, right? So there has been a clip of viral by some of the artists where they are sharing these videos, sharing Honey Singh song maybe to sung by some other artists, right? So there has been multiple ways through it by which, so the application are explicitly in every industry, like GPTs, all these different kind of GPTs are there, from PowerPoint, every single thing is present, right? So these you can see, this is the kind of trend that we are experiencing right now, right? Now, how you can just survive in this industry, and what are the best practices which you should learn while exploring this industry? See, when we talk about generative AI, if you believe it is all about LLMs, it is all about maybe large language models. So when we talk about LLMs, it's precisely large language models, right? But I tell you one thing, when we discuss about generative AI and you believe it is just LLMs like ChatGPT's, OpenAI says ChatGPT is built on LLM. There are a couple of other open source repositories right now present in the market, which you can always utilize, right? But I'll tell you, like, if you will go to the Hugging Face, right? I'll make you see here. We will see the Hugging Face. It's kind of a one-way solution for all the models, the kind of models present here, right? So see, stability.ai has something that we have stability, we have Mistral AI. This Mistral AI has been launched very recently. This is by Meta. As much as I could remember, this is by Meta, right? Yeah, so you can just, yeah, this is by Meta again. This Mistral AI has some great, so you can see what kind of download it got, this module got, right? And these, so it helps you, maybe it helps you in text generation. It helps you understand the inference of the generative AI, right? We will talk about transformers, LLMs, LVA, LLMs, LAMs, everything, right? But you can see these all are the large language models that are present over here. If you want to always explore these models, any open source model that is present in the market, go through. Feel free to go through this link. This is the best link you can ever explore, right? Hugging Face, right? This is the best website you can always explore if you're looking for some kind of open source models, right? Because when we talk about the data that we want, because any kind of artificial intelligence requires some data, right? Any kind of modifications you want, any kind of maybe feature you want to build using AI, you need data, you need data points, you need filter data, right? How you can just do all these processes. You can always utilize these free resources that these companies are helping you through the open source community, right? This is the best place to find out these things, right? Just get started through it. Then there is something called from Meta, from Llama models, from Microsoft. There are a couple. OpenAI is the biggest one, right? It's not open source, yeah, but it's not open. It's kind of, you can just always get the Open API key, get your access. I'll tell you how to get your Open API key access today. Right? I'll cover each and every step of it, right? So while I was exploring, while I was telling you how you can just always explore these models, right? It comes to, like, Microsoft has launched just the fee. So what is this fee is capable of? Fee is, so fee is like a, it's more like a code format, right? So if you want to build something from a code output, right? Uh, maybe from the GitHub Copilot manner, right? So these fee and GitHub Copilot are at the same bridge right now, targeting the same bridge right now. You can always explore this documentation. This will allow you to explore the fee open source model by Microsoft. Then we have OpenAI Whisper. So these are a couple of open source, so you can choose it based upon your maybe filtration, what kind of feature you want to build. Is it feature extraction, is it text to image, is it image to text, image to video? What kind of feature you want to build, all the open source models are present. Now we have already discussed about the open source models, the data that we require while building any feature. Now how to run these, and how, because it definitely requires some compute power. So there might be a possible case where you are running any kind of model, right? Suppose, you can see, let's talk about the hmm, just give me 1 second, I'll make you see here. Files and versions. Yeah, so these are the all versions and file that you can always attribute to. I'm trying to explore a very important thing that can help you understand what I'm exactly talking about. So these large language models are built on some petabytes of data. There has been some petabytes of data that these companies are utilizing to uh, so so see, you can see 46. So this model size is 46.7 billion parameters are being used. Just you know nowadays we are even trying to build some models using AI. So we are using AI to build AI at present, right? So this is where we have reached, right? So when we talk about the models, the data that we have utilized, it is 46.7 billion to just to launch this into the market, to make this Mistral AI, right? Mistral Open AI model. Now, if you will run this model in your system, what do you think? How much time it will take for a i5, maybe having 25 to 56 SSD to 56, maybe as a RAM, right? Something kind of SSD. So how much time it will take to run some kind of stuff? Maybe roughly around 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour or more, right? So when you want to use these kind of stuff, right? What is the best way to utilize? I'll tell you. Being a student, I consider you all as a student, right? Being a student, there are a couple of ways by which you can get the access for free. Again, this open source model is free, but the how where you can run all these transforming models, right? Where you can explore all these models, right? It's on Azure, right? It's on Microsoft Azure that helps you provide the compute power. Now, if you understand the compute, right? So I'll tell you. So you have your own system. So we have something called Microsoft. Okay, I'll show you this directly. Portal.azure.com. I'll show you this directly so that you can understand this. How to get a Microsoft account? We'll touch in next 10 minutes. I'll quickly help you with the how to make a Microsoft Azure account as a student. What are the benefits you can always explore, right? We'll go to Azure Machine Learning Studio where I'll show you what are the open source models and how you can utilize these stuff, right? Let me quickly sign in, by which I can help you out. So what Microsoft did different is they have given you the compute thing. They have already given you the compute power, and you can utilize these virtual machines or these resources in order to run your models, right? So these there has been particular templates. You have to decide your use case, what you want to build, right? You can just follow some particular steps, and you can always kickstart, right? I'll quickly show it to you. Just give me a second. I'm opening Machine Learning Studio. I'll make a new workspace where we can just make some kind of things here. I'll create let this be here. We will make a demo account. Right? Do not worry about this right now. I'll tell you each and everything. Right? I'll teach you about how to make Azure account. Right now I'm just trying to show you what this AI is capable of and how you can just get to start your journey. How you can start your journey, right? Let's take it from there. Uh yeah, I'm just waiting for this. So unless this is happening, right? Because this will take time. This will take 1 or 2 minutes because it will assign us the compute power and everything. So when we talk about, okay, this is done. I'll quickly create this. So it has initialized the deployment, right? What I will do, just give me 1 second. I'll show you this. I'll quickly open the things up for you so that you can start from the ground level. uh, Yeah, we are here. So this is what I was talking about. Let me just pick a pen. Okay, this is fine. So suppose this is your open source model, right? Right now, if you will try to run in this your system, right? This is your system. If you will try to run this in your system, right, it will take you hours and it will take you some decent amount of time to run this model. Again, this is a good approach to explore it, right? But we have the machine learning, we have Azure Machine Learning Studio, where you got all the access to it. You got the output, you got all these models are already present there, these are templatized there, you can always utilize these models. So you can just pick which what kind of model you want to deploy. You can just pick out of these models, and you can always explore what kind of what is your reference, why you want this. Entire thing is can be explored using this, right? So now, uh, where is the brush? Wow. So when we talk about cloud, how this happens is, so you have some, right now if you are a student, you might think maybe how the cloud thing works and what is exactly cloud that I'm talking about, right? Cloud is something you are using someone else resources, right? Maybe, so it's like you have hosted something, you have something here. Cloud is like, what was this? This is cloud. This is your website. Maybe it can be anything, right? It can be. Uh, Now, what I want to do is I want to deploy this website to cloud. How I can deploy so that I can utilize these resources. I have my database, everything. Because if I'll try to set up my own resource, I'll try to set up my own resource, my own service center, and what data center and everything. It will cost me money. How, if you will see how the data center really works, is the cloud concept comes when we talk about data centers. So cloud is nothing but, just understand it from a 30,000 feet. There's like, if you have to deploy some of your data onto maybe on someone else computer, on maybe someone else resources, you can explore cloud. This is the cloud for you, right? This is what the high level definition of cloud works. You are using some resources of someone else. And because it helps you, there are, by the way, three types of cloud: public, private, hybrid. Private is something which banks or these organizations which have highly confidential data they use. Public cloud is something which is for everyone, right? Which is like open for everyone, like Microsoft Azure and all these other clouds, right? Then hybrid cloud is something where you have on premise as well and some kind of cloud as well, right? Some kind of, you have stored it in two places. Now, if we will try to stick to let's try to stick to our topic. I was talking about cloud and how you can utilize the. So you have some kind of machine learning model here. You have some kind of machine learning model running here. You have some kind of data, and you want to run into the cloud. So machine learning, this ML Studio provides you the flexibility to run any kind of machine learning model. Uh, okay, there has been some error while we were setting it up. Let's try to set up this. Okay, here is it's here. So this will open the ML Azure resource group for us, where we can just try and test our models, whatever use case we want to explore. You will see. I'll quickly log in here. Then I'll be able to explore. Right. So it's from a 30,000 feet. It's like you are utilizing these resources. You are utilizing Azure to maybe to understand what is your requirement. Right. Let's okay. Let's maybe. Do you have any questions? Right. By the way. Not yet. So what I will do is let's try to make a proper segment right over here. Just give me 1 second. Unless this is opening. let's let's divide the entire 1 hour 1.5 hour thing into multiple ways, right? How we are going to utilize these 1.5 hours, right? So first we will learn what is cloud, then we will learn Microsoft Azure, then free credits in MS Azure as student. Okay, then what we can do is we can start with machine learning with Microsoft Azure. Right before this, I can also tell you like how this is actually working, how this resource group is actually virtual machine resource group. Okay, and then we have something virtual machine resource group, yeah, and accesses, cloud accesses, machine learning with Azure. Then we'll talk about generative AI. Then I'll talk about productivity tools that you can utilize. Right. So this is how we have already divided. I think I we should focus on right now. We can just we will stick to this particular thing. So cloud is nothing but cloud is something where you are utilizing someone else's resource to maybe to perform some kind of computation, to it maybe utilize some kind of storage. You must be using cloud as in your day-to-day life, like maybe maybe uh maybe from a gaming perspective you are using some kind of application like BGMI works on cloud, right? They have hosted their data because it's not possible to set up the entire infrastructure at every place, right? So they have hosted the data in cloud so that they can just make it easier, understable, make it quick, the latency can be decreased. That's why, right? There are a number of factors, so you can always explore what is cloud, but I'll tell you the real time examples, like maybe the like iCloud you use, like you for saving your pictures, right? You use maybe some kind of maybe what OneDrive you use from Microsoft, right? So there are different ways by which you use cloud. Now, why Microsoft Azure? Microsoft Azure is again why it's a good start, and how to start with Microsoft Azure. It's very easy for any student to explore Microsoft Azure because this is like a go to go for everyone. It is very pretty much simple, and how you can just get started as a student, right? With Microsoft Azure. So suppose if you are a student and you want Azure credits, because it definitely requires some money to run some kind of resource. Like take an example, अगर आपको किसी की if you want to run, if you want to use someone's vehicle, if you want to use someone's vehicle, you have to, you know doesn't matter if he she is your friend, but you have to put some fuel in it, right? Azure is something like the same. Azure is there, but you have to put the fuel in it. So these fuel are Azure credits. So these fuel are Azure credits. So we use Azure credits for our for exploring the Azure credit, for exploring Microsoft Azure as a cloud as a service, right? Now, how you can use Microsoft Azure for free? See, there are a couple of ways. So I'll simply give you some different ways, right? First of all, I'll close this. I'll close this. First is Microsoft. So I have written this entire blog, by the way, which you can always explore. Mm, here, here you go. We'll cover each and every aspect of this blog right now. So we will see. I have explained in a very definite scenario. If you are a college student, how you can explore? You can just simply go to Microsoft for free for students, right? This is the link which you can always explore. If your college is registered, if your college is registered with Microsoft Azure, use your college email ID. Sign up using your college email ID. No credit card, nothing, no debit card, nothing is required. You can always get started with Microsoft Azure, right? It is as it looks, right? Just use your college ID. Maybe it can be, if you guys are maybe from Amity University, so Satyam 00902 CS 1920 @satyam.auc some kind of stuff, right? Use your college ID to sign up in this portal, and you are all set, right? Just sign up using this link. Now, as soon as you sign up, you will see something like this. Microsoft Azure आपको आ जाएगा, right? Now, what if you are a student but your college is not registered with Microsoft? अगर आपका college registered है, then it is pretty much easy that how you will get $100 credits for free, and you can always start. This is pretty much simple, right? If you can always get, you will get these benefits, right? You will get $100 credits for free to utilize. You will get $100 credits. No credit card is required. There are free services. Like you can explore virtual machines, you can explore databases, you can explore blob storage, Cosmos DB app services, functions, event grid. You can explore all these tools for free within the as an MLSA account, right? As an student account, right? Now, if you while you are trying to sign in, if you get some image like this, what if you get some image like this? Your email domain is not currently registered with us. You can choose another verification method. What if your college email, college is not registered with Microsoft? So you will get, even if you use your college email address, you won't be able to sign in. So then what is your way out, right? Then you can always explore Microsoft Azure free trial. Here you will require the debit card. Debit card is enough, just that your international, you should have the international transaction open. आपके आपने आपका कोई भी इंटरनेशनल कार्ड, या मे बी if any kind of internet international transactions are open in your card, you can utilize those card, right? And you can, don't worry, this won't charge you. Azure doesn't charge you anything, right? You can just always explore Azure for free. गलती से भी, we'll talk about this scenario, by any chance while you are learning Azure, you get some kind of bills or you generate some kind of bills जहाँ पे आप कुछ खर्चा कर लेते हो, you forget to close your virtual machine or whatever, you ran your model, you utilize that space, but now you forgot, maybe so you went to sleep or some kind of stuff, and then because that is costing you money, right? Where you will pay, you are a student, you can't pay it, right? So then there is some other way out which you can always follow, right? I'll tell you about those as well. So if your college is not registered with Microsoft Azure, then what you can do, you can go to this and you can sign up for a free trial here. You will get $200 credits for free for 30 days. So this trial is just only for 30 days. But the services increases here. See, the services increases here. If you'll see what all free services you get here, right? Azure for different Azure service: advisor, API management, Azure app configuration, app service, archive storage, automations. So these are the all services that you get for free if you sign up as a free account, right? I hope I have shared this link with you all. Yeah, I was talking about this second one. This is the second way. Now, what is the third way to start with Microsoft Azure? To start with Microsoft Azure, right? The third way is, if you are a working professional and your organization works on Azure, right? You can always so you can always utilize your, so there are particular scenarios you can always organize your particular Azure resources, right? Then there is something, you are a working professional and your organization doesn't work on Azure. Then there are some other ways, like if you are planning to start your own startup, if you are planning to start your own startup, or you have some idea where you are exploring some kind of startup synergies, you can apply to Microsoft for startups for free, right? Here you get $2,500 credits for free. 20, yeah, you heard it right, you get $2,500 credits for free, right? And this through this. And what is the application process? It's not like you have to be a registered startup. You just go to Microsoft startup link, you just have to pitch your idea, you just have to add some basic details here, and you will get maybe these $200 $2,500 credits for free. That's how easy you can get these credits. Right now there are other ways as well, right? So we have already talked about Azure for student, Azure free account, right? There is something called GitHub Developer Student Pack. If you are a student, right, you should use this particular thing. So this is the most important aspect for today. You should use GitHub Student Developer Pack. This is the most important thing because this allows you to explore, right? Right now I'm just telling you how you can just get started with all these Azure machine learning or Azure generative AI so that you can just build out of it. There is no sense of just directly starting with generative AI. This will lead you to learning nothing, right? It's more like any kind of YouTube video that you can always open, right? But today I'll tell you how you can start your journey with this AI tool. With this AI tour, I want you to start your AI tour as well, right? Through with us, with Azure Developer Community. You can see there are a couple of services that you get. You also get Microsoft Azure for free. So you can see you get Microsoft Azure for free, so you can utilize these resources, right? You also get GitHub Copilot access, right? You also get GitHub Copilot access here. So now let's talk about that. Now let's talk about a couple of ways more by which are left, right? Let, again, this is Microsoft for non-profits. If you believe you have any kind of connects who are working as a non-profit organization, or you work for any kind of non-profit organization, any NGO or any kind of stuff, right? You can use Azure again. Again, this is one way. one way where you will get $200 credits per year for free. Every year you will get 2,000 dollar credits for free, right? Then there is called something called partner network, Visual Studio subscription. So these are Microsoft for research, Imagine Cup. So again, this is a Imagine Cup has passed. So here you will get, so it's more like a global hackathon of Microsoft, right? So these are the particular ways by which can you start your journey with Microsoft Azure. And as soon as you jump into Azure, you will get this screen. So I'll show it to you. Just open portal.azure.com. You will see this screen. As soon as you will open portal.azure.com, you will see this in your screen, right? So now what, how to learn this Microsoft Azure, how you can just build something out of it. There are the step by step process. I'll tell you how you can learn. So one way is, because maybe this is the best time to explore. I'm driving some series called 100 Days of Cloud. You can always register for this 100 Days of Cloud. This, here it is. Here is the link of the 100 Days of Cloud. You can just explore this 100 Days of Cloud, where you can every day I'm teaching you some kind of cloud stuff. This is the course. I'll tell you the, I'll make you see the course, right? This is the course, GitHub. Every year for next 100 days we will be learning some kind of cloud stuff, right? You can see, you just have to fork this repository and start from a day one. Your first task should be just avail some credits. Then you can just start with these links and whatever I have given, right? These are the, so we are today at the day 9, day 12. So today is the day 12 of Azure 100 Days of Cloud series. Every day at 5 p.m. I come live. Every day at 5 p.m. I go live, and for 10, 20 minutes, just 20 minutes live session on one Azure topic, and that's it. For 90 days we will do the same practice, so that हर दिन सिर्फ 20 मिनट के लिए we are learning a particular topic on Azure, and we are learning something every day. So this is one way. This is again, this is again, you can just fork this repository and you can just click on this and start your cloud journey with us, right? This is another way. There are multiple benefits and perks of it, of starting this 100 days of cloud journey. It is like, maybe it's like a, you will get some certificates from us. Second, it's like maybe you will also get some swags from us on completion, maybe on day 21, on day 45, on day 30, on day 60, on day 75, and on day 90th, and on final 100th day you will get certification, you will get some kind of swags. You will also get Microsoft Azure certification vouchers for free. So these are some other ways. Also there is one more way. So while I was teaching about the cloud, there is one more thing that I just forgot to explain you about. It is MLSA program, Microsoft Learn Student Ambassador program. You should definitely check this program out, because this is more about, this program is about, it's more like campus ambassador program. You can just apply to it. The process is very much simple. You can register to it. They have gone to a, instead of application model, they have went to the registration model. Now you can just apply to the Microsoft Learn Student Ambassador, and if you get selected, you will get $150 per month for free, Azure credits for free. $150 credit, Azure credits for free every month you will get, right? So this is pretty much the about the credits. Now how you can learn about Azure in this 100 days of cloud series, you can learn about Azure, right? Now when we talk about this Azure machine learning stuff, right, you can see, if I will try, so why, how I got this link. So I clicked how I got this studio web URL. Hi, so this is inside a resource group, right? I'll tell you each and everything, right? What is a resource group, and what is a location, what is subscription, what is this key vault, what is this application insight, and everything, right? So let's understand what is the resource group first. So when we talk about, so now we are here, so we are understanding resource group. So understand it like this: you have four different teams working on four different departments. Suppose there is a department which is HR department, right? One is, so I'll explain it to you here, right? Maybe in paint, right? You have four departments. So you have this, Okay, second. You have HR department, right? You have production department, you have dev department, and you have marketing department, right? These are the four departments, right? Every employee would, these are the four departments, right? Every employee for these departments will be different. The company it's same, the company is same, but inside this there are four different departments. Now why we are dividing it in the different departments, so that we can differentiate between the work they will do. Like the HR team will be responsible for hiring and hiring and resource management of the people. Production team will be will be responsible for maybe deploying the products, making sure that the website is up and running and whatnot. Development team will be responsible for maybe for the development of the product, right? And marketing team will be responsible for the marketing of the product. Now inside these teams there will be some managers, there will be some managers, and there will be some maybe then employees. Inside every manager there will be some employees, then inside these employees there will be some interns. So this tree keeps going on and on, right? Why we are making the entire structure, or maybe this structure, because we want to make a discipline in the organization. We want to make a discipline where we know if tomorrow we get some new work, right? We have to make a new feature in our product, we know whom to reach out. Or if we want to hire a new people, we want to know which team to reach out, which person to reach out. Same thing, same analogy applies to Microsoft Azure as well, right? Same analogy applies to Microsoft Azure as well. I'll tell you how, right? So you have maybe an Azure account. Once Azure account, okay, you get an Azure account. As soon as you maybe get Azure credits, what does the credits means? You get a subscription. Then you get, just give me a second, right? Give me a break. This is not working out. I'll use Paint. This 3D Paint is not working out for me. I'll use Paint. Give me 1 second. I'll, because I want to explain you each and everything in detail, right? So that you do not miss out on. Yeah. So you have, uh, you have this subscription. Okay. Okay. You have this subscription. Now you have, so this is okay. First you get Azure account. My bad. Azure account, right? First you get this Azure account. This is not working out for me, right? Just give me 1 second. This browser thing is very slow. Whiteboard. 1 second. I'm just setting this up so that, and if anyone has any doubt, anything related to cloud or whatever, just give me 1 second. Just feel free to drop your queries in the comment section. Until till then, I'm just exploring this stuff. Maybe I'm not sure. My internet is working fine today, but still, I can see there is a lag in this. So we get a man, please let me write, please. Okay. So we get a Azure account, right? Azure account. Uh, okay. Then what we get? Then we get a subscription. Okay. Then what is the subscription? We get a particular ID. So suppose if I'll show it to you, if you go to the subscription option, as soon as you will, you will get an access to Azure, you will get your free credits, you will see this subscription gets activated. So this is the subscription that I'm using. Right now I'm on a pay as you go subscription. So this is my subscription ID and this is the subscription I'm using, right? So this is what the subscription look like. So this is the subscription that I have. So it's similar thing, the like buying a Netflix subscription or whatnot, right? It's the similar thing. There is no fancy terms here, right? It's the similar thing. It's similar to the maybe the subscription that you buy maybe of Netflix, Hotstar, whatever, right? Now after the subscription, you have these resource groups. You have first of all maybe resource manager, right? Then you get resource groups. You have one resource group, you have two resource group, you can have multiple resource group, right? And I'll just paste it over here. Now, so this is for the HR department, right? This one is for the maybe uh, dev department. This one is for maybe for marketing department, right? And this one is for development department or prod department. Now, inside every department, you can define maybe only HR folks will work here. Similar to, and in Azure, what we do, we will only deploy services that are related to HR field, that are related to. So we will club all these things together. So whatever is, so if maybe something like maybe we are using here, maybe if in HR department you are using Azure Monitor, no, not Azure Monitor. If you are using maybe Azure Tele or databases, or maybe the web page, right? Web application. In dev department, we won't utilize this. We will utilize something else, right? So it's simpler to you put like green ball, different color of balls you put in different bags. You can use cluster of things, right? So you group those resources which are relevant in particular group. So HR resource will will go in HR department. Development resource will grow. What is this resource? These resources are individual services of Azure. So you have these, if you will see in Azure, you have more than 200 plus services, right? There are more than 200 plus services in Azure. So आपने पांच के ग्रुप बन के different resources के ग्रुप बना लिए and you call them resource group. This is what the resource group means. So in Azure, what we got this the resource group that we got while we were talking about the machine learning stuff. That's what I was referring to in the resource group part. So that was the resource group, right? And inside every resource group there are multiple other resources which are present. What is a resource is a Azure service. It can be Azure web app service, it can be Azure virtual machine, it can be Azure database or whatever, right? Different kind of resource will be present over there. Now If now let's go a little bit more ahead, what is this location? So I have deployed this machine learning demo account. Maybe I'm utilizing the east us server in order to utilize this. So I'm using east us server in order to utilize this because I'm using a default one. So default one comes with east us. I can always change, maybe redeploy it using some kind of indian data center. I can use it so that the latency could be good. So it's like the location कि आप अपना जो डेटा कौन सी लोकेशन में आप डिप्लॉय करना चाहते हो. आई हैव सो फॉर दिस राइट आई एम यूजिंग ईस्ट यूएस राइट. This the stack take URL which gives me this right now. Subscription we have already discussed. What is this key vault? Key vault is something like a locker which have your passwords and everything, which you can lock. Key vault which have your passwords and everything, right? If you will click on this, you will understand what does a key vault means, right? It's more like a, you can just asset, you can just do couple of things right there. You can just assign, delete, add or kind of resources there for this key vault, so that no one would be able to access through this, right. It will give you your subscription id, what is the right name, student ambassador. You can create multiple keys. कौन इसमें लॉग इन कर पाएगा, कौन नहीं कर पाएगा. You can make all those changes right over using this key vault. Who can log in this into this demo Azure account right now. I'm just clicking on demo Azure account link. I'm getting this ML Studio link, right? But this will cost us money, right? If someone will click this with some kind of different purposes, right? So this is what we talk about. Right now there is something called logs. I'm just telling you some relevant stuff to you. So suppose there is, I have one organization. So suppose I'm in an organization and tomorrow one intern comes to me, one intern comes to my organization, and he after 2 months he leaves. And before he leaves, by mistake he deletes this account, delete this machine learning studio, this demo account, machine learning workspace. What will happen to my all the machine learning models? They will just go away. They will just go away, right? That's why we set up couple of things there. The first practice is we lock it. We have these locks in Azure, right? Microsoft Azure, where you can lock your virtual machine and you can assign a particular address that no one will be able to delete this unless he or she is an administrator. So you can just make a you can log the resource group, you can log the subscription, and you can log the this machine learning workspace as well. Understood? This is about the Azure machine learning workspace. Now one more step ahead, when we talk about monitoring part, right? When we talk about monitoring part, what is this monitoring part? So there is, you can see there is one alert here. There is one thing called alert. Suppose you have $100 credits only. What if you and you want to use only $10 credit? So what you can do, you can create a alert rule. You can create an alert rule that after $10, as soon as it the you know the, you can set an amount that after $10 just send me an alert. So वो $6-7 के आसपास जैसे ही पहुंचेगा, whenever it's about to exhaust, right, it will send you the signal. It will send you the maybe the it will send you the email, or it will send you the text message that you are about to run out of your maybe the credits. उस तरीके से हम अलर्ट क्रिएट कर सकते हैं यहाँ पे, राइट? अलर्ट. Then what is matrix is, it is just about exploring and what how machine learning model is working, it is up and running or not. Then log, like what we have done in last through this machine learning AI model, right? So again, this is pretty much then there comes the automation part. Automation part comes later. Now let's explore the Azure machine learning stuff today. So I will cancel this up, right? Okay, this is what the machine learning studio looks like, right? See, there are already some default templates that I was talking about. You can see, you can ask a Wikipedia. If you will click on this, it will use Azure OpenAI and it will definitely help you. It will use Ask Wikipedia, right? So this is a database model. So this is what is prompt flow. It will have some data where you can always ask and use Q&A using GPT. Right now it's cloning right now. Just let's give this time. This will explore a little bit. So this is how, you will get some predefined templates right over there. In the Azure Machine Learning Studio, you get some predefined templates. While starting, these are very good to go because you are just getting started as a student, right? This is a very good to go tool. Now, because this will take time, right? This will take time. What I will do, I'll quickly explain to you what is. There is one very important initiative that I just wanted to explain to you. explore to you, that is AI Odyssey series. So we are having this Microsoft Azure AI Odyssey series, which Microsoft is running right now, and there are a couple of benefits of my Azure AI Odyssey series. The first benefit is there is one event you will get certificates if you complete two levels. So there are total six Microsoft Azure challenges which you have to explore. There are some Microsoft Learn modules similar to Cloud Skill Challenge. Right? You just have to join the challenge. You have to click on join the challenge. As soon as you join the challenge, why the internet is not working? Yeah, just scan this QR code and you are all done. Just scan this QR code. This is the QR code that you need to scan, and as soon as you scan this, you will get off. Maybe you have to click on join the challenge. As soon as you click on join the challenge, you have to complete all the challenges that are present over there, and after you complete the challenge, you will get a certificate. See, one thing is about the certificate. What is the another other benefit of this? So there is one offline meetup happening in Bangalore, right? Because right now you are all are in Raipur, right? I believe I got to know that you all are Amity Raipur students. So right now you are in Raipur. So Satya Nadella sir is coming to India and in Bangalore on 8th of February. So those who complete this Microsoft AI Odyssey challenge, both the level 1 as well as level 2. So there are two levels in it. So if I'll quickly show it to you, there are two levels in this, right? Just give me 1 second. Microsoft AI Odyssey. Here you go. I can just click on this. I'll share this link with you all. Do not worry. I'll share this link with you all, right, so that you will be able to understand. Like you can see this. So this is the Microsoft AI Odyssey series. You just have to complete these six challenges. So this is level one. This is level two. Just click on these individual links, finish these challenges, and you are done. You will get two certificates for finishing on the completion of both the levels. You will get two certificates plus Microsoft plus Satya Nadella sir is coming to India, and you will get access for that account, right? You will get a pass for that event that is happening in Bangalore, right? That is a very exclusive event. Again, we have some Microsoft Azure swags merchandise as well. So we have these Microsoft Azure fanny bags. So top 500 who completes till yet only maybe around 300 people have completed this, right? Only 300 people have completed this challenge. So if you will, I just so these are the, if you can see right over here, this is the fanny bag. The one is that is shown in this video. This is the fanny bag of Microsoft Azure that you will get if you complete this course. This is from a swags perspective, right? If you want to explore it, you can always explore it as well, right? This is another way of getting started with Microsoft Azure as a service, right? Now, what is the benefit of this? Starting with this, this particular, maybe this Odyssey initiative, right? I'll tell you very in quick manner, right? So it has total six challenges, and every challenge is an individual project. So if you will see, at every single module that you run, you can add one experience or maybe project in your resume. So what this initiative will do, this will make your six projects, right? This will help you build six projects, right? You will see the first one is build a natural language processing solution with Azure AI language. So what you can do is you can just click on this challenge. There is a particular model that has been assigned to you. You will see it is a learning module that you will get, right? It is a very step by step process. Everything is explained in very detail. You can just click on this link, explore it on your own, right? So let's suppose it is the first one. It is the NLP one, right? You have to click on this challenge and you have to click on join the challenge. That's it. You just have to click on join the challenge, right? You have to sign in using your maybe your email ID or your Gmail account, whatever account you have, right? Just sign in to your Microsoft account, join the challenge, and that's it, you are done. Then start learning the things, right? And you'll make, maybe you will learn how to use NLP tools, you will learn how to use custom vision tools, you'll learn how to use cognitive AI services with Microsoft Azure. So these are the couple of things which you can always explore using this AI Odyssey series though. So this is the most important initiative of this is like an initiative of the year which you should definitely participate. What are the benefits? One, you will get certificate. Second, you will get some swags. Third, you will get uh, maybe you will make six projects, right? This is the best benefit of this AI Odyssey 2, right? You will get six projects in your resume. Plus, you will also, maybe if you are the lucky one, you will also get a pass to Microsoft to meet Satyanarayana sir at the Bangalore event that is happening on 8th of February. So these are the couple of things that you can always explore, right? This is the AI Odyssey challenge. You can always explore, right? Yeah. Now, I was telling you about this. So right now, you can see what how see this is the best part of this entire thing, right? I have given a question: when did open GPT-4 announce? You can also add some questions, right? You can also add some questions. Question: who is the founder of Open AI? Right, I can always, so this is like a template questions, right? What a kind of inputs I want to give. So see, you do not have to write this code. Someone has already written it for you. You have to just go through it. It has created you the flow, like how this flow is working. I'll explain you this flow, how from a business perspective you can always utilize this. Now you just have to click on run. Okay, I have to select a runtime. And this is the entire, you can just make a designer. So how your architecture is looking, right? How your, so my internet is bit slow, right? So I have clicked on the run, so it's now running right now, so it will give you the results, right? It's running right now. So you can simply, so let it run right now, right? We will not touch it, right? So this is how simply you can just click on any of the template on the available template. You can see what are the things right over here. So these notebooks are, so these notebooks are present. These, what is this designer? As soon as this runs, I'll make you see the designer. This is the most best part of this Microsoft designer, right? That helps you. So see, what is the process that is happening here? I'll show this to you. I've given some inputs. It has the Wikipedia URL. It has the Wikipedia URL. Right? It is searching in the Wikipedia. Right? It is searching in the Wikipedia. It is processing the result. Right? Processing the result, and then it is augmenting the Q&A. Right? It is always also analyzing what was my ask, what have I asked for. Right? Then it is giving me the output. This is how it is working, right? So how the typical machine learning models. Suppose if you have given, tell me about the way, what is the favorite food of tiger. If you have given inputted this particular question to it, it will divide every single word in a transformer. What does the full form of GPT means? What's the full form of GPT? If anyone in the chat box can tell me what is the full form of GPT. So it's generative pre-trained transformer. So these are particular, so this picks up your exactly the definite words, right? What you are asking, what, then again, it again no sense, right? Favorite, what kind of favorite? Food of home, right? Favorite food of home. It will again gather some more data, right? Tiger, then, and again this, and string is ending right over here. So then again it will collate everything in one place, and it will search on the result, what this means, then it will map it again to the same thing, right? And it will give you the output. I'll show you the architecture, how you do it using Azure as well, right? There is some problem. That is running. Okay, so your runtime starting state is not ready to use. Okay, we have to wait for 1 or 3 minutes, 1 or 2 3 minutes to restart it again. So let's wait. So this is the only, see right now, because I'm using a less specs laptop, and this the pay as you go account, and it has it has only, maybe I have only assigned to this account, to this subscription, only $10 credits are available. But if you want to go for this subscription, only $10 credits are available. But it will give you this everything in fraction of seconds. It will give you the results. It will run in fraction of seconds, right? You can run this multiple times. Till then I can show you this, right? Unless and until we are able to run this runtime, right? I'll show the designer. You can, so it's like a low code designer which you can always do, right? You can always create a pipeline. You can see it's a low code option that you get, where you are not coding exactly the things, but you are using image classification what you want, like using tensor. I support this one. It will show you the entire structure, how the machine learning model looks, how the generative AI thing, how this machine learning model looks, right? Let's wait for this to open, then we'll move ahead. Till then this is happening, I wanted to introduce you some quick tools that will help you out, maybe in future. First of all, you should use AI, because we are living in a generative AI era, so you should definitely have this AI PRM for ChatGPT. Search for this tool, AI PRM for ChatGPT, and so there are a couple of tools. First is AI PRM for ChatGPT. AI This is an extension, Chrome extension. It's AI PRM for ChatGPT. So if right now I'll quickly open my ChatGPT, you will be able to see, right, how it looks, right, and from a generative AI perspective. See, I am using a free account. It's not like I'm using a paid account. I'm not paying for anything that I'm using right now. You can say this is a free account. I'm using 3.5 GPT version that is available on internet for free for everyone, right? So I just wanted to make you see this, right? Just give me 1 second. Yeah, see, it's asking me to upgrade my plan, but this is the free account that I'm using, right? What is the benefit of AI PRM for ChatGPT? I'll show it to you just in a minute. This is the benefit, right? So you get all these pre-trained templates. So if you want to make, maybe I can see, right, if you want to make a, you do not have to write the keyword exactly, but I'll show it to you. So if you want to make a maybe kind of monthly calendar, right, you just type a monthly calendar for what we want to make a monthly calendar. Azure machine learning tips for students. You just have to do this, and it will give you this default template will give you entire stuff. See, you will, you just wonder what kind of prompt you have to write if you want to achieve this, right? You have to do wonders if you want to achieve this prompt. But you can simply do by using this extension. So this is more like a extension for ChatGPT that is free of cost, that you do not have to pay for the anything to use this, right? So just search for this extension. This will help you, this will allow you to explore, right? And again, this is free of cost. This is, I'm working on a 3.5. You can say I'm working on 3.5 GPT. I'm not working on any kind of 4. I'm not working on GPT-4, right? GPT 4.0. Again, there is one more thing, that is future tools. So what does future tools do? This will help you. Okay, this will give you some free AI tools which you can define, which you can always look out for the category, like what you want to do, right? If you want to, from a gaming art perspective, you want something, from generative code perspective, you want a particular tool, right? What are the tools that are present in the market, right? So suppose if you are a, maybe if you are a, if you are a if you are a maybe social media person, right? If you want something around social media, what are the AI tools that are generative AI tools that are present in the market for social media purpose? You can see copy media, type grow, tweet addictive, awesome social. So these are the particular AI tools that are present in the market. So this is like a AI marketplace which will help you out to explore these tools. Product hunt is always at the top. Product hunt is always at the top, but you can utilize this one as a really cool tool, right? Now let's move a little. We'll see, right, if this Azure thing has been done. So You can see this is a low code builder. You do not have to write the Python code here, but it is using this Microsoft Microsoft Azure Designer, machine learn ML designer. You can always make these kind of designer and update your data, and you can just always save this, and you can just then validate it, so the lineage, then clone it, and then you can just start again deploying your assignment, and you can just go with the start the job directly. You can use it for free. That's it. This is pretty much simple how easy it is to use this kind of automated templates that are present in Microsoft Azure. As a student, it's more than enough. It's more than enough which you can use, right? Then again, I was talking about the models, right? How you can run some kind of different models, what all are the models that Microsoft provides you, right? What are the models? This will you will like you can the models that you can see that you saw in the Hugging Face. I'll show you some similar models right over here. Okay, this is for the default model settings. I have to. So this model says about my models, which I can always explore, right? Here you can in the model catalog you can find all the if you want to make if you have your own model trained which you have built on your own, right, and you want to utilize it, you can always utilize it, right? You can see these are the models that are offered by like Mistral we were talking about, right? It will take ages to run you Mistral in your laptop, right? Ages, because it is trained on billion data. It is trained on billions of data. But if you'll use Azure for it, you can use Mistral AI just in quick, in quick tense, maybe in half an hour, maybe or something like this. You can just use Mistral AI for this chat completion thing. If you want to use Mistral AI, just click on this. You will get the API key, put it in your maybe application, web application, or maybe the whatever application you want to explore, you can always use this. This is the simplest thing that you can always explore, right? It's taking a little bit time. Yeah, this is the model ID. If you want to deploy it, just deploy it. You can use simple like real-time endpoint deploying, and this will give you the endpoint, right? This will generate the API key for you. You will get a particular quota, like like it will charge you $6 per hour, so it will charge you $6 per hour. So make sure whenever you are making or deploying any kind of models, any kind of anything machine anything, when you are playing with Azure or machine learning, make do not think like you have to, you will start and it will not end, right? Just make sure you remove all the resources which you are using after you are done with your work, right? After you are done with your work, make sure you delete all the resources, so that it won't cost you anything, right? Otherwise it will cost you a lot. It will cost you a lot, like, you know it's like maybe $6 an hour. What is $6? Something, it's like 480 rupees per hour it's costing you. The cost of this Mistral AI is 480 hours, right? So just make sure you utilize these open source models that are present in this machine learning studio, but be very careful while you are utilizing this, while you are deploying this. As soon as your work is done, just take a quick exit. Delete all the resources that are present. So it has started the deploying. It is 0% done, right? As soon as this gets done, we will start. I'll show you some quick cool stuff that we can do using this, right? Now now let's 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 understand a couple of more things from our industry per se. I'll share it with you. What do you think how this maybe when we talk about this, maybe the Azure machine learning, or how these tools are working really, and how this benefits the maybe any kind of it can be any kind of maybe this any kind of resource that we are talking about. I'll show you up in a quick example, right? I'll show you up with the quick example. Just give me 1 second. I'm just setting up the demo so that I'll be able to allocate it to you. My internet is very dicey, right? Images, I wanted to show you how this looks like from a industry perspective. How you can just get Yeah, yeah, my bad. My internet connection just broke out. So I was talking about this machine learning model, right? And yeah, I was just talking. So let me just sign in again, and I'll quickly show it to you. I was talking about this machine learning model, which you can always deploy using this Microsoft Azure. Let me just reshare my screen so that you can see this, right? Yeah, so it's opening. So this is more about, you you have particular use case. So how this happens is, I'll show it to you. You have maybe you have a particular business use case, maybe some kind of request coming from the user. You are utilizing you are so how Azure search typically works. I'll show it to you how Azure typical search works, right? So I'll give you an example. Azure search AI. So I'll go to the images section, and there with an reference of image example, I'll quickly show it to you. Yeah, this was the exact example that I just wanted to show it to you, right? So in different regions you have deployed different resources, right? In different regions you have different resources, right? Maybe it's like someone you have deployed in Pune region, someone you have deployed. So maybe it's kind of a, yeah, here you go, this was the example I was talking about. So this is your app or UX that you are using, right? You are sending some kind of request. If you are using Perplexity AI from your phone, if you are using Chat GPT, consider this app as the, or maybe application this consider this application as a knowledge base, right? This is going to this application server sits on a particular region. It can be any region, right? Whatever language the company has decided to deploy it on, right? So the US region, maybe Indian region, or wherever region. Now it goes to the cognitive search. It goes to the particular cognitive search, where what this do is, inside this cognitive search, first of all, this stores the database. Is there anything that is already present that I have asked earlier that I just wanted to see right now? Suppose if you have asked for maybe dog images earlier, and it has the data available already. It has the data available already. So it will go to those data resources, and it will try to fetch those resources quickly to you from those databases, right? And what it will happen is, this app server also send a query to open api or gpt, or the open api key that has been running over there behind the app server, right? And what the app server does is, it will combine both the things and send it back to the app. So how this process is happening? First, the user is sending some kind of query, maybe dog image, right? Maybe some kind of husky. I want to see husky pictures, right? I'll see husky pictures. That husky pictures will go to my Azure database through cognitive search. It will see, have I registered, have I searched for that particular thing earlier or not. Through cache, it will just take it away and share it back with me. Otherwise, what it will do, it will just take some data again, the open again whenever. So it is going in two places. First is Azure cognitive search, second is Azure open AI, right? As soon as it goes in Azure open API, the transformers will do the work. The transformer, but these pre-trained transformers will do the work. They will generate the content, like what is around the, maybe around the rabbit, right? Or maybe the husky, what is around the husky, and it will send it along with the packet of bundle that you want, right? Maybe it can be the images, it can be whatever form you want, it will share it with you. So you have to now in these layer at here, that at the app server layer, you have to maybe derive your particular use case, your business use cases, which you can always explore, right? I wanted to show you these things, right? These images. So this is how typically this is working, and I was talking about, this is the typical high level architecture which we were following, right? Now after we query, right, after we query into it, how it works, right? I'll show you in the next picture. There is some, yeah. So your, so after you query a particular thing, suppose husky pictures, it is, the data has been ingest, it divides into particular chunks. Suppose you are uploading a PDF, right? You are making a generative AI, you are making a maybe generative AI PDF summarizer. Let's take an example. You will upload a textbook. You have to make a tool, you have to make a generative AI tool, which where you will upload a textbook, you will upload a PDF, and it will explain all the things to you in a summary format. How the working of that product will work. So suppose you will upload a PDF. That PDF will be broken into multiple pages, and then it will share in, after it is broken, it will save into the Azure blob. Now what is the Azure blob? Blob is like a, maybe kind of a, it's kind of a non-relational database that Azure has. Azure blob is like a non-relational database that doesn't care. It's not a tabular format. It will save your data at particular places. It will just categorize it, maybe husky. So suppose you have written husky dog, right? Maybe husky dog. So huskies, dogs, it will differentiate. It has been, the file has been, the prompt has been broken into two pieces. Then the all the pictures it will search and save it to the blob, upload it to the blob. Right now, each page will be broken into sections. So after you may upload the PDF, every blog into every, you will first divide every PDF into pages. Then pages will be divided into sections. Now this Azure AI search tool, this Azure AI search will help you to divide every particular section and differentiate. So there will be some section, maybe if we are uploading an PDF of maybe a 10th class PDF of maybe organic chemistry, right, where organic chemistry, where we have benzene, where we have some concept of carbon compounds, where we have some concept of maybe non-metals and metals. So it will, first of all, it will divide into pages. Then inside carbon compounds, it will divide into multiple other aspects as well, right? Like maybe periodic table, maybe carbon compounds, maybe polyethylene, and different other topics, right? Now it will index. So this is how typically it works, right? This is the high end architecture. Then ingestion is, so this is how this is like a high level architecture. We have a PDF, we will divide it into the different pages. Then each page will divide into different sections so that we can analyze, right? So this is the code that I have written when I was trying to build this. So I have already built this. I'll share it with you, the link as well. Just ignore the dog part, just ignore this part, right? I'll share you the GitHub link, GitHub repository of this particular thing, right? Ignore the rest, everything, just ignore it. You can see what code I have written here. Create search index query I have passed. So this create search index query will how it will search the index, because I have done the indexing right over here. So when I was doing the ingestion of data, after dividing each one into section, I will provide every section will get an index. Every section will get an index, right? So here every section will get an index 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. Page 1 ka section 1, so this will get some kind of 1.1 index, something like a kind of similar thing, right? So it will create index, right? I'll assign the file path, like from where we this have to ingest the data. Now the next thing that it will do is, so it will ask for upload the blobs, it will map the pages, it will divide into the sections, it will create the section, and it will change the file names, right? This is how it will do. And this is how it was showing, right? Uploading block for page 1, page 2, page 3 biology class. Suppose if you want to do it will upload all the pages of the biology class, right? Don't worry, I'll share this link with you all. I'll share this, maybe the repository link with you, or where you can just explore this more, right? You will get this link, entire thing. Now how the query is working: you have you done a query, user inputted a query, then it went to the Azure AI search part, right? Then it went to then it went to the Azure OpenAI, right? And then Azure OpenAI analyzed it through its multiple indexing, transformation, data ingestion, and everything. Azure AI has analyzed, OpenAI has analyzed, then answer is sent back to the Azure AI OpenAI user. So this is how the search result of Azure Search AI works. So suppose if you type some kind of prompts in ChatGPT, first you query a user, it went to Azure Speech, it went to Azure AI Search, then it went to the along with the metadata after the indexing is done. After the indexing is done, so I want to search for maybe give me a code for palindrome function. Give me a code for palindrome function. So it will divide into multiple section, multiple transformers. Then it will provide some index to it. It will search for individual terms. It will take a meaning out of it. It will send it to Open Azure OpenAI. Then it will collect the answer and send it back to the Azure OpenAI search. Also, there is one thing that is missing here, that is logs. So it keeps the logs on every output that is sent, that every outbound thing that is it is sending. So suppose it has, so you see, right, you can sometimes regenerate also. You can sometimes regenerate the answers as well. How you can do it? If you do not like the previous one, you can go with this one, and it asks you sometimes that this what is the best one, the earlier one was good or this one was good. It asks you very rarely it asks, but sometimes it asks you why you have asked for regeneration purpose. So this is how typically the querying works in Azure, right? And you have see, if you will see what kind of maybe the code that I've written here, it's kind of a semantic code. So each program, now when we talk about when we talk about the this semantic search, maybe semantic search in machine learning, right? What do you understand by semantic search in machine learning? So if we talk about the generic terms, right? Semantic search is kind of a maybe a kind of a search where engine capabilities, maybe understanding of words is present. Maybe searcher what is the intent of the search of the user, what is their context, what is kind of their context, right? Suppose sometimes you pass a maybe kind of a prompt like behave as an AI engineer, or behave as a senior technical content writer, and give me an article on Azure Blob Storage. So it will behave as a senior technical content writer, and it will give you the article, right? So you are giving the context as well. So sometimes you give, I am writing this code and I am getting some, I have written this code. I have already done the environment variable, but still I'm not able to figure out what is the error in installing Python in my laptop. If you are getting, so what you are doing there, you are just giving the context as well. So this semantic search, what the query type semantic means, semantic search help us to identify the words, maybe when we talk about maybe the intent, the context, and with the quality, and it gives the type, it enhances the maybe the quality, and the natural language processing can be increased. So maybe it's more like a, it helps to understand each and meaning of the words, right? This is how typically. And from a business perspective, you can see how this typically works. Suppose this is a user, this is something like maybe some kind of device, or by which one is utilizing, right? It can be on-premise server, it can be IoT device, or it can be any kind of, suppose we are using cloud here, suppose we are using Azure cloud here. How any organization can you are using right now generative AI? How any organization is using generative AI? We'll quickly cover it right away. So we have any kind of user, and this is the organization. They might be on-premise server. So I have explained you the concept of cloud, right? On-premise means where every data is present on a physical data center. So on-premise something kind of that stuff. IoT devices that can be some kind of sensors or whatnot, right? That can be, then it can be cloud that I have already told you, Azure, right? Now they are getting this data, depends their what kind of public data, private cloud data, what public cloud, private cloud, whatever they are utilizing, right? And whatever kind of, what kind of, how they are saving their data, right? They have some data, how they are maybe managing it. They are saving it on data lake, data sharing on warehouse data, they are sharing it is kind of a transaction data. But that depends on the type of organization that is. Suppose it is a financial organization, suppose you are a fintech firm, right? You are a, suppose let's talk about the maybe phone pay, right? Phone pay has it, this is the user of phone pay, this is phone pay organization, and they are using maybe Azure cloud. Phone pay is using transaction data, so there are multiple things needs to be get, the billers term, the transaction ID, the transaction timing. So it needs to be very structured, right? It has to be very structured data, it has to be transactional data, there has to be multiple authorized and encrypted data, it needs to be. So this will go in transaction data. Now uh, so again, it is just about the saving the data. How companies are using it? They are making this middle layer where they are making an intersection of this present data and the generative AI. It's not like they are directly using on-premise to generative AI. They see the यहाँ पे जा रहे हैं. No, they are first collecting the data of their user, like what kind of user they totally, you you know, uh, create or they have in their, maybe in the whatever, what kind of user the target they have, right? Then based on that kind of data, they are using the generative AI segregation. They are using this generative AI segregation. So it can be, again, it can be on private cloud or public cloud, or it can be on premise as well. Suppose you are doing this computation entirely on your premise, it's kind of nearly impossible. But because it will cost you something in crores, right? It will cost you something in crores to achieve that kind of computation, right? But if you are using Azure, then it is a public cloud, then you can just do that, those kind of computation. Then you can, suppose if you want, someone wants to see their logs, someone wants to uh maybe see some kind of images, some kind of whatever, depends, right? What output business value one needs to create, right? So suppose right now I see these organizations are like AI interviewers. So I went to couple of, I saw some companies, these are now the interviewer is not an human interview. So you are going to a job role, your interview will be taken by AI. How they are doing it? They are having the data of the interviewee, your data is already, the organization already have your data. They will analyze your data through generative AI, and they will ask you questions. Either can be in a text format, it can, if it is a text format, it can be a chatbot. If it can be maybe some kind of image they want to utilize, it can be a video audio format where they are just, they are some on one way, they are kind of maybe on one piece, maybe kind of taking some kind of interview, like real time interview of your side, some kind of output business value they are providing. So this is kind of the value generation that these organizations are following right now from a high level. And this is how simply you can use Azure and Azure's service API. You do not have to do you don't have to exaggerate. I won't exaggerate in much, but it is pretty much simple. First of all, you have to make an Azure account. You have to make an Azure account. As soon as you are done with Azure account, you will be assigned the subscription. As soon as you assign the subscription, you get your subscription. You have to go to machine learning studio, right? And if you want to go to machine learning studio, then you can always explore these templates. Now there is one more thing, that is how to get open AI access, right? If you want to get open AI access, there is one form. You just go to Azure open AI, and right over here this will ask you to fill one form. Suppose because you do not have uh, right now, as soon if I'll try to directly create right now Azure OpenAI key here, right, it will tell me that I do not have the so it will tell me this, so I have to fill this particular form, right? So you have to so this is kind of a request form that you need to fill if you want Azure OpenAI access. It hardly takes 24 hours, right? Not 20, even not 24 hours. They give Azure OpenAI access nowadays in 10 hours or 12 hours, right? That's more than enough for them. They are really doing a good work, right? You can always put your data in, make mention that you are a student, you want to explore OpenAI as a student, explore, right? This is pretty much simple. That's it. You will get an open API key. Then as soon as you deploy, pricing tire, as soon as you will get a resource group, create a resource group. This one, pricing tire, you will get only when when you get this access. As soon as you will get this access, you will get the pricing tire here. You have to choose the pricing tire, click on next. You will get your API key. Use your API key wherever you want, on whatever business role you want, or whatever problem you want to solve, you can use it, utilize it for them. So this is pretty much about Azure OpenAI, about generative AI, right? There are companies which are using it, there are organizations which are using it, and extensive use, but there is lot more bifurcation that needs to be involved, right, in the at present. So try to explore it more, try to get hands-on with Microsoft Azure. I have already explored you some couple of links. This is the first link that you should explore, 100 days of cloud. If you want to register for it, this is the link that you can always explore if you want to explore 100 days of cloud. And then there goes the AI Odyssey series. Then that's the most important part of this today's lecture, that please do some Azure open, please do maybe some kind of hands-on with Azure OpenAI. Using, you will make 6 projects in 3 hours. In 3 hours you can make 6 projects, so utilize that time to build something using Azure AI Odyssey series, and you are pretty much sorted. So thank you everyone, that's it pretty much for today. I hope you got some kind insights from today's lecture. This is pretty much about OpenAI, about generative AI, and about the real-time business use case, and the by which you can definitely, as a student, how you can just quickly get started using this open AI, right? So that's it for today. If you have anything, any doubt, any query, just let me know in the comment section. And if you want to connect with me, you can find me on LinkedIn here. So this is my LinkedIn profile. You can find me on LinkedIn. We are coming up with lots of initiative, so find me on LinkedIn here. I have already shared you other links as well. So how to get AI Odyssey series part, how to take part in AI Odyssey series. So here is the Linktree link. Give me a second, I'll share it with you. So this is the link tree link that you have to follow. This is the this has everything, right? This link tree has everything. This is about the AI Odyssey, right? Just go to this AI Odyssey link tree and you will get everything. There will be 6 challenges. Complete all those 6 challenges. You will get swags. You will get all these maybe fancy stuff, like maybe you will get a pass to Microsoft AI tour happening in Bangalore, right? So that's pretty much. And keep exploring, keep learning. Have a nice day, right? Have a great nice day, everyone. Thank you everyone for joining in.